My name is Sophia Turner, and I am 28 years old. The day they removed my name from every document, I sat in a conference room on the 14th floor of Morrison & Cole law firm, watching my family erase me from existence. The table was long. Polished mahogany. Expensive. Around it sat my mother Margaret, my stepfather David, my half-brother Connor, and 3 attorneys. All of them holding papers. All of them were discussing my future like I was not in the room. I sat at the far end. Alone. Silent. Watching. My grandmother died 6 weeks ago. Esther Turner. The woman who raised me. Who took me in when my mother could not. Who built a life for me when no one else wanted to. Now her estate was being divided. And my family had decided I deserved nothing. The lead attorney cleared his throat. He was older. 50s. Gray suit. Looked bored. As we discussed, Miss Turner's name has been removed from all distribution documents. The estate will be divided between Margaret Turner Lawson and Connor Lawson as primary beneficiaries. My mother nodded. That is correct. My mother's assets should stay within the immediate family. Sophia was raised by my mother, yes, but she is an adult now. Self-sufficient. She does not need an inheritance to survive. The attorney made a note. And you have consulted with Miss Turner about this decision? She knows. We discussed it. That was a lie. They had not discussed it with me. They had informed me. 2 weeks ago. Over the phone. Mom's voice was casual. Matter of fact. Sophia, we have decided it makes more sense for Connor and me to inherit Grandma's estate directly. You understand. You have your job. Your apartment. You are doing fine. Connor is still in school. He needs support. I had not argued. Had not fought. Just said okay and hung up. Because what was the point? They had already decided. Already filled out the paperwork. Already removed my name. Now I sat in this conference room, watching them make it official. David spoke next. My stepfather. The man who married my mother when I was 12. Who made it clear I was not his child. Not his responsibility. Not his concern. We want to make sure this is handled correctly. No room for challenges later. Sophia should sign a document acknowledging she has no claim to the estate. The attorney nodded. We can prepare a waiver. If she signs, it protects everyone from future disputes. My mother looked at me. Finally, like she had just remembered I was there. Sophia, you will sign the waiver, correct? You understand this is for the best? I looked at her. The woman who gave birth to me but never raised me. Who left me with her mother when I was 3 because parenting was too hard. Who built a new family with David and forgot about the daughter she left behind. I will sign. Good. She smiled. Like I had agreed to something reasonable. Something fair. You have always been practical. I appreciate that. Connor, my half-brother, looked uncomfortable. He was 22. Finishing college. Had grown up with 2 parents and a trust fund while I grew up with a grandmother who worked 2 jobs to keep us afloat. Mom, maybe we should give Sophia something. Like a portion. 10% or something. Margaret's face tightened. Connor, we discussed this. The estate is not large. If we divide it too many ways, no one benefits. Sophia has her career. You have tuition. Graduate school. A future to build. The money should go where it is needed most. I need it too, I thought. But did not say. Because they would not hear it. Would not care. The attorney distributed papers. Copies for everyone. I flipped through mine. Every page. Every clause. My name appeared only once. At the bottom of the waiver. The place where I would sign away any claim to my grandmother's estate. $200,000. That was what Grandma had left. Not a fortune, but enough to change a life. Pay off student loans. Buy a small house. Build security. And they were giving me nothing. I thought about Grandma. About the sacrifices she made. About how she worked as a seamstress during the day. And a janitor at night to pay for my school clothes. My books. My future. She did that for me. Not for Connor. Not for my mother. For me. And now they were erasing me from her legacy like I never mattered. The attorney checked his watch. We have court in 30 minutes. Judge Moreno is handling the estate approval. Standard probate hearing. Should be quick. We will present the documents. The judge will sign off. It will be finalized. My mother gathered her papers. Good. I want this settled. We have waited long enough. Everyone stood. Preparing to leave. I stayed seated. Still holding the unsigned waiver. Sophia. My mother's voice. Sharp. Impatient. We need to go. Bring the waiver. You can sign it at the courthouse. I stood slowly. Folded the paper. Put it in my bag. Followed them out of the conference room. No one spoke to me in the elevator. No one looked at me in the lobby. No one acknowledged me in the car ride to the courthouse. I was a ghost. Erased before I was even dead. But I had something they did not know about. Something Grandma had given me 3 months before she died. Something that would change everything. I just had to wait for the right moment. People think estate planning is simple. You write a will. Divide your assets. Done. But Grandma taught me that planning requires strategy. Especially when your family cannot be trusted. 3 months before she died, Grandma called me. Her voice was weak. The cancer was winning. We both knew her time was short. Sophia, I need you to come over. Bring a notebook. We have things to discuss. I went immediately. Found her in bed. Thin. Pale. But her eyes were sharp. Clear. Determined. Sit down. We need to talk about what happens after I am gone. Grandma, do not talk like that. Hush. I am dying. We both know it. And I need to make sure you are protected. She reached under her pillow. Pulled out a sealed envelope. My name on the front in her handwriting. This is for you. Do not open it until the probate hearing. When the judge asks if anyone has objections or additional documents. That is when you open it. What is it? Insurance. Your mother is going to try to cut you out. I know her. She has always resented that I raised you. That I gave you what I could not give her. She will take everything if she can. Grandma, I do not need the money. I just need to know you are proud of me. I am proud of you. Every day. But pride does not pay bills. You deserve what I built. What I saved. And I made sure you would get it. She squeezed my hand. Promise me you will not open this until the hearing. Promise me you will wait for the right moment. I promise. Good girl. Now help me to the bathroom. This cancer is not going to beat me before I say goodbye properly. I helped her. We talked for hours. About her life. Her regrets. Her joys. About me. About the future she hoped I would have. 2 weeks later, she was gone. And I had kept the envelope sealed. Waiting. Like she asked. Now, sitting in the courthouse hallway, I felt it in my bag. Heavy. Important. Grandma's final gift. My mother paced. Checking her phone. Impatient. The attorney reviewed documents. Connor sat quietly, looking guilty. David stood by the window. Finally turned to me. You are being very quiet. I do not have much to say. You could thank your mother. She is handling this maturely. Not making it ugly. I looked at him. Is there a way to erase someone from their grandmother's will that is not ugly? His jaw tightened. You are being dramatic. No one is erasing you. You are just not inheriting. There is a difference. Not to me. You will understand when you are older. When you have your own family. Resources go to those who need them most. I needed them. I wanted to say. I have 40,000 in student loans. I rent a studio apartment. I drive 200,000 miles. I needed help. But you decided Connor needed it more. I said nothing. Just turned away. The courtroom doors opened. A bailiff stepped out. Estate of Esther Turner. Judge Moreno is ready. We filed in. Small courtroom. Wood paneling. Empty gallery. Just us and the judge. Judge Moreno was older. 60s. Silver hair. Kind eyes. She reviewed papers at her bench as we took our seats. Good afternoon. I have reviewed the petition for probate of Esther Turner's estate. This appears straightforward. Is the family present? The attorney stood. Yes, Your Honor. Margaret Turner Lawson and Connor Lawson, the named beneficiaries. And Sophia Turner, granddaughter of the deceased, who has agreed to waive any claims. Judge Moreno looked up. Looked directly at me. Miss Turner, you are the granddaughter. Yes, Your Honor. And you are waiving your rights to the estate. I hesitated. Felt the envelope in my bag. Grandma's voice in my memory. Wait for the right moment. This was it. No, Your Honor. I am not waiving my rights. I have a document to present to the court. The room went silent. My mother's head snapped toward me. What? I reached into my bag. Pulled out the sealed envelope. Stood. Approached the bench. Your Honor, my grandmother gave me this 3 months before she died. She instructed me to present it at the probate hearing. It has remained sealed until now. Judge Moreno took the envelope. Examined it. What is this? I believe it is a codicil to her will. An amendment. She mentioned she had concerns about the original distribution. The attorney jumped up. Your Honor, we were not informed of any additional documents. This is highly irregular. I was instructed not to open it until this hearing. I am following my grandmother's wishes. Judge Moreno opened the envelope carefully. Pulled out several pages. Read them silently. Her expression changed. Surprise. Then something like respect. She looked at my mother. Mrs. Lawson, were you aware your mother executed a codicil to her will 3 months before her death? My mother's face had gone white. No. There was no codicil. The will we submitted is the only valid document. Judge Moreno held up the papers. This codicil is dated, witnessed, and notarized. It appears to be legally valid. It significantly alters the distribution of the estate. What does it say? My mother's voice was shaking. The judge looked at me. Then at the attorney. Then back at my mother. It says that Sophia Turner is to receive 75% of the estate. You and Connor will split the remaining 25%. Silence. Complete. Suffocating. My mother stood. That is impossible. My mother would never. She would not do that to me. Judge Moreno continued reading. The codicil includes a statement. Shall I read it aloud? Please, I said quietly. The judge read. To my daughter Margaret. I love you. But you left Sophia with me when she was 3 years old. I raised her. I sacrificed for her. She is my legacy. Not you. You built your own life with your own family. This is her inheritance. What I saved for her. What she deserves. If you contest this, you will reveal what I always knew. That you value money more than you ever valued her. Do not prove me right. The courtroom was silent. My mother's face was red. Tears streaming. But not sad tears. Angry tears. Connor looked shocked. David looked furious. The attorney was flipping through papers frantically. Your Honor, we need time to review this. To authenticate. This could be fraud. The notary seal is clear. The witnesses are identified. Unless you can prove this document is fraudulent, it stands. And based on the statement included, I am inclined to honor Esther Turner's final wishes. Judge Moreno looked at me. Miss Turner, did you know the contents of this document before today? No, Your Honor. My grandmother told me not to open it. I followed her instructions. She gave you an envelope and you kept it sealed for 3 months. Yes. That shows remarkable restraint. And trust. The judge smiled slightly. Your grandmother chose well. She turned to my mother. Mrs. Lawson, you have the right to contest this codicil. But I should warn you. The language in this document is clear. Your mother anticipated a challenge. She left a statement explaining her reasoning. If you contest, that statement becomes part of the public record. Is that what you want? My mother said nothing. Just stared at me with hatred so pure it felt like heat. Judge Moreno stamped the documents. The codicil is accepted. Sophia Turner receives 75% of the estate. Margaret Lawson and Connor Lawson split the remaining 25%. This distribution is final. She banged her gavel. Court is adjourned. The hallway outside the courtroom was chaotic. My mother is screaming. David is trying to calm her. Connor standing frozen. The attorney makes frantic phone calls. I stood apart. Holding the codicil. Still processing what had just happened. Grandma had not forgotten me. Had not left me with nothing. She had protected me. Planned for this exact moment. Anticipated my mother's betrayal and countered it. 75%. $150,000. Enough to change my life. Enough to prove I mattered. My mother approached. Her face was red. Mascara streaking. You did this. You manipulated her. When she was sick. Vulnerable. You convinced her to change her will. I did nothing. She gave me that envelope 3 months ago. I never opened it. Never knew what was inside. You are lying. You had to know. You planned this. Grandma planned this. Not me. She knew you would try to cut me out. So she protected me. She had no right. I am her daughter. Connor is her grandson. We deserved that money. I deserved it too. I was her granddaughter. She raised me. Sacrificed for me. Why is that so hard for you to accept? My mother stepped closer. Voice dropping to a hiss. You were a burden. A mistake. I gave you to my mother because I could not handle you. And she threw it in my face for 25 years. Acting like she was a better mother than me. Like you were her real child. She was a better mother. She showed up. You did not. My mother slapped me. Hard. Fast. The sound echoed in the hallway. David grabbed her arm. Margaret, stop. People are watching. I touched my cheek. Felt the sting. I looked at my mother. Saw the rage. The resentment. The jealousy that had been there my whole life. I am sorry you feel that way. But I am not giving up what Grandma left me. She wanted me to have it. And I am going to honor that. You will regret this. When you need family. When life gets hard. You will come crawling back and we will not be there. I never had you to begin with. So I will not miss what I never had. I walked away. Down the hall. Out of the courthouse. Into the cold afternoon air. My hands were shaking. My face was throbbing. But I felt something I had not felt in years. Free. That night, I sat in my small apartment, reading the full codicil. Grandma had written more than what the judge read aloud. A letter. Attached to the legal document. For me. My dearest Sophia. If you are reading this, I am gone. And your mother tried to take what I left. For you. I knew she would. She has always resented that I raised you. That you and I had a bond she could not break. I want you to understand something. Your mother is not evil. She is damaged. Hurt. When I look at her, I see my own failures as a parent. I was too strict. Too demanding. Too focused on what she should be instead of who she was. I broke something in her. And by the time I realized it, it was too late to fix. When she left you with me, I saw it as a second chance. A way to be the mother I should have been. To give you what I failed to give her. And I did. I loved you without conditions. Without expectations. Just loved you for being you. That made her hate me more. Because it proved I could have been better. That I chose not to be. With her. I am not asking you to forgive her. I am asking you to understand her. She is angry because she is hurt. She takes from you because she feels I took from her. It is not fair. It is not right. But it is real. The money I left you is not just money. It is freedom. Security. The ability to build a life without depending on people who hurt you. Use it well. Do not waste it. And do not feel guilty for having it. You earned it. By being my granddaughter. By letting me love you. By giving me purpose when I thought I had none. I am proud of you. Always have been. Always will be. Love, Grandma. I cried reading it. Not sad tears. Grateful tears. For a woman who saw me. Who protected me. Who loved me without conditions. I thought about my mother. About what Grandma wrote. About damage and hurt and cycles that never break. Part of me wanted to hate her. For abandoning me. For trying to steal from me. For slapping me in the courthouse hallway. But another part just felt sad. For the relationship we never had. For the mother she could not be. For the grandmother she never got. 2 weeks later, Connor called. I almost did not answer. But I did. Sophia. It is Connor. I know. Can we talk? In person. Why? Because I feel terrible. About what happened. About what Mom tried to do. Please. Just coffee. 30 minutes. I agreed. We met at a cafe near my apartment. He looked tired. Guilty. Younger than 22. Thank you for meeting me. What do you want, Connor? He stirred his coffee. Looked at me. I am sorry. For everything. For not speaking up. For letting Mom cut you out. I should have fought harder. You said something. In the conference room. About giving me 10%. I should have said more. Should have refused the whole thing unless you got your share. But I was weak. Selfish. I wanted the money. At least you are honest. He smiled sadly. Grandma always said honesty was the only thing worth having. She was right. We sat in silence. Two people who shared DNA but nothing else. Mom is not handling this well. She is furious. At you. At Grandma. Everyone. David is trying to calm her down but it is not working. I am sorry she is hurting. But I am not giving up my inheritance. I do not expect you to. You deserve it. Grandma left it to you for a reason. Do you resent me? For getting more? He thought about it. Honestly? A little. But mostly I am just ashamed. That I let Mom convince me you did not matter. That I went along with erasing you. That is not who I want to be. Then do not be that person. I am trying. But it is hard. Mom has a way of making you believe her version of reality. Of convincing you that what she wants is what is right. I know. I grew up watching her do it. To Grandma. To herself. To you. He looked at me. Do you think we can have a relationship? Outside of Mom? Just us? I do not know. Maybe. If you are willing to see me as a person instead of a problem. I want to try. Then try. We finished our coffee. He hugged me before leaving. Awkward. Uncertain. But genuine. It was not forgiveness. But it was a start. 6 months after the probate hearing, I paid off my student loans. All $40,000. Gone. The weight I had carried for 6 years lifted in a single transaction. I bought a car. Not new. But reliable. Without strange noises or warning lights. I moved to a better apartment. 1 bedroom. Natural light. A kitchen where I could actually cook. Small changes. But they felt monumental. Because they were mine. Built on inheritance Grandma wanted me to have. Protected by her planning. Her love. Her belief in me. I thought about what to do with the rest. I had over 100,000 left. Invested some. Saved some. Keep some liquid for emergencies. But I also did something else. Something Grandma would have wanted. I started a scholarship fund. For kids being raised by grandparents. Kids whose parents could not or would not show up. Kids who needed someone to believe in them. 5,000 a year. Not huge. But enough to help. To give someone else what Grandma gave me. A chance. I named it the Esther Turner Scholarship. In her memory. For her legacy. The first recipient was a 17-year-old girl named Maria. Raised by her grandmother after her mother left. Planning to study nursing. Could not afford tuition. I met her when we were awarded the scholarship. She cried. Hugged me. Said thank you over and over. You do not have to thank me. Thank my grandmother. She is the one who made this possible. I wish I could have met her. So do I. But you carry her forward now. By accepting help. By building something. By proving that love does not end when someone dies. 1 year after the probate hearing, I received a letter. From my mother. Handwritten. Not typed. Personal. I almost threw it away. But curiosity won. Sophia. I know I have no right to write to you. After what I did. After what I said. After the slap. I am not asking for forgiveness. I am just asking you to read this. You were right. In the courthouse. When you said Grandma was a better mother. She was. She gave you what I could not. Patience. Time. Unconditional love. And I hated her for it. Hated you for it. Because it reminded me that I failed. I am seeing a therapist now. Working through things I should have worked through decades ago. Understanding why I became the person I became. It does not excuse what I did. But it explains it. I was jealous. Of you. Of the relationship you had with my mother. Of the fact that she loved you in ways she never loved me. That is not your fault. It is mine. For not being someone she could love that way. I do not expect a relationship. I do not expect you to call. But I wanted you to know I am sorry. For abandoning you. For erasing you. For trying to take what was rightfully yours. You did not deserve that. You never did. Your grandmother was right to protect you from me. I hope you use what she left you to build something beautiful. Something that honors her. I am proud of you. Even if I have no right to be. Mom. I read it 3 times. Looking for manipulation. For angles. For ways she was trying to take something else. I found none. Just honest words from a broken woman trying to heal. I did not respond. Was not ready. Maybe never would be. But I kept the letter. Filed it with Grandma's codicil. With the documents that changed my life. Because healing is not linear. Forgiveness is not required. But understanding is possible. My mother was damaged. By her own mother. By her own choices. By a cycle she did not know how to break. That did not excuse her. But it explained her. An explanation is not nothing. 2 years after the probate hearing, I stood in front of a small house. Not huge. 3 bedrooms. A yard. A porch where I could sit and drink coffee. I bought it. With money Grandma left me. With an inheritance my family tried to steal. I planted flowers in the front garden. Roses. Grandma's favorite. And a small plaque. In her memory. Esther Turner. 1943 to 2023. She built others up instead of tearing them down. That was her legacy. Not money. Not property. The belief that love was an action. That family was who showed up. That worth was measured by how you made people feel. She made me feel seen. Valued. Enough. And even though she was gone, that feeling remained. In the house I bought. In the scholarship I funded. In the life I built. People tried to erase me. Remove my name. Pretend I did not matter. But Grandma made sure I could not be erased. She planned. She protected. She loved me enough to fight for me even after death. That was the real inheritance. Not the money. The knowledge that someone believed I was worth protecting. And that belief. That changed everything.